Good morning. Today is the third Sunday in church time, but today, January 24th, is also the feast of Saint Francis de Sales. Why is this feast important? Because for deaf people, Saint Francis de Sales is their patron saint. Saint Francis was a fascinating man. After he became a bishop, the Catholic Church sent him to the city of Geneva, Switzerland. At that time, 400 years ago, that city was filled with people who were against the Catholic Church. Many people had grown up Catholic and then they left the church. Other people said, I hate the Catholic Church, I don't believe in the Catholic faith, whatever. So St. Francis had the challenge to try to convince people about Jesus' love and the truth of the Catholic faith. How did he do that? St. Francis didn't go around yelling at people, scolding them, threatening them. He did the opposite. St. Francis did everything in his life with great kindness and patience and love. And people began to see that and think, why is he doing that? And St. Francis would say, well, my faith, my Catholic faith. And so, over many years, more and more people left the old way and joined or rejoined the Catholic Church. So why am I telling you this story? If you think about the readings today, the first reading is the story, and we know this story about a man who lived a long time ago named Jonah. And God said to Jonah, I want you to go to that city called Nineveh and tell people to change their lives. And Jonah said to God, wait, they're not Jewish. They are against the Jewish religion. I'm going to go and tell them to change their lives? And God said, go and do what I ask you to do. And we know that Jonah eventually got there, and after his preaching, the people changed. Second reading today is St. Paul. He's writing to people who are already Christian. So St. Paul is not trying to teach people to become Christians. He's teaching people who are already Christian, but they have forgotten their faith. And again, Paul isn't yelling at them or criticizing them. He's saying, think about what's important in your lives. And finally, we have this beautiful story about Jesus in the gospel. And Jesus comes and he begins to announce God's kingdom. And what does he say? Change your lives. Believe in the good news, meaning God's message for you. And then later, Jesus sees the first apostles. We know they're the first apostles. Jesus doesn't yell at them. He doesn't tell them, oh, you're stupid. Why are you doing that? Jesus says, follow me. Jesus invites them. So this is a good lesson for us. Sometimes I know people think, I want people to know about Jesus. I want people to know about the teachings of our Catholic faith. but we're not going to convince people to become Catholic or become strong in their faith if we're criticizing them or scolding them. The psalm for today is a beautiful psalm, and the words of the psalm should help us. What does the psalm say? Lord, teach me your ways. That's what we do. We ask the Lord to teach us the Lord's way of forgiveness, peace, and love. And if we learn that way, then in our lives, we can go out and show other people God's way. How? By our patience, our kindness, and our love. Amen.